Have you ever woken up in the morning and still felt tired? You slept for hours, did nothing difficult, and yet you feel completely exhausted. You look at your to-do list and think, I should study, I should work, I should clean. But instead, you just keep scrolling on your phone. Then, at night, you feel guilty and say, why am I so lazy? But what if you are not lazy? What if your mind is simply tired? Sometimes your body is resting, but your mind is working non-stop. You are thinking about the past, worrying about the future, and dealing with hundreds of thoughts at the same time. Messages, notifications, social media, problems, responsibilities, and worries can quietly exhaust your mind. You may look fine from the outside, but inside, you may be thinking, I just need a break. Maybe you went to bed, but your thoughts stayed awake. You worried about tomorrow, remembered the past, or compared your life to someone else's. And this is why sometimes you wake up tired. Not because you are weak, not because you are lazy, but because your mind never truly rested. So, the next time you feel tired, don't immediately call yourself lazy. Ask yourself, am I really lazy? Or am I mentally exhausted? Because sometimes you don't need more pressure. You need a little rest, a little patience, and permission to breathe. Sometimes you feel tired because you are carrying too many emotions inside. You smile, talk to people, and say, I'm fine, even when you are not. You keep everything inside because you don't want to be a problem for anyone. But emotions don't simply disappear because you ignore them. They stay somewhere inside you. And carrying sadness, stress, fear, and worry for a long time can make you feel completely exhausted. Maybe you are always trying to be strong. You help everyone, listen to everyone, and take care of everyone. But who takes care of you? Sometimes you don't need another motivational video telling you to work harder. Sometimes you simply need a real break. And real rest does not always mean scrolling on your phone for 5 hours. Sometimes scrolling only gives your mind more noise. Real rest can be simple. Put your phone away, sit quietly, take a walk, listen to peaceful music, or simply allow yourself to do nothing for a while. You do not have to be productive every single minute of the day. You are a human being, not a machine. Your worth does not depend on how many things you complete today. You are still valuable, even on the days when you do absolutely nothing. Sometimes we create impossible expectations for ourselves. We want to work, study, exercise, clean, eat healthy, learn new things, and still have the perfect life. And when we cannot do everything, we call ourselves lazy. But maybe the problem is not that you are lazy. Maybe you are simply expecting too much from yourself. So instead of trying to do 10 things today, choose just one. Start with one small task. Study for 20 minutes. Clean one small area. Reply to one message. Take one step. You don't have to finish everything today. One small step is still progress. Sometimes we wait to feel motivated before we begin. But motivation does not always come first. Sometimes you take one small action first. Then you feel a little better, and slowly your energy begins to return. So, remember the difference between being lazy and being exhausted. A lazy person may not want to do something, but an exhausted person may want to do it and still feel like they have no energy left. The next time you feel this way, don't criticize yourself immediately. Stop and ask, what am I really feeling? Maybe you are tired. Maybe you are overwhelmed. Maybe you are worried, sad, or simply carrying too much inside. Sometimes the answer is hidden beneath the word lazy. And when you understand the real reason, you can finally start helping yourself. You cannot solve a problem if you keep calling it the wrong name. If your mind is tired, give it space. If your heart feels heavy, give yourself kindness. You don't always have to be strong for everyone. You are allowed to have bad days. You are allowed to feel confused, tired, and lost sometimes. One bad day does not mean you are failing. One slow day does not mean your whole life is going nowhere. Maybe you are not stuck. Maybe you are simply taking a moment to breathe. You do not need to fix your entire life tonight. You don't need to become a completely different person tomorrow morning. Just start small. Drink some water. Take a shower. Clean one corner of your room. Write down one goal. Take a short walk. Put your phone away and give your mind some quiet time. Sometimes, the first step toward becoming productive is allowing yourself to rest without feeling guilty. You are not lazy because you need a break. You are not weak because you feel tired. You are not behind because your journey looks different from everyone else's. Life is not a race. You don't have to rush just because someone else appears to be moving faster. You only see someone's outside life. You don't see their struggles, their fears, or the difficult moments they hide. So stop comparing your entire journey to someone else's best moments. Your life is still your life. Your journey is still your journey. And even if today was not productive, tomorrow is still waiting for you. You can try again. You can start again. You can take one small step forward. Progress does not always look like working hard. Sometimes, progress looks like finally giving yourself permission to breathe. So, the next time you feel tired, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, do I really need more pressure, or do I need rest? Be a little kinder to yourself. You are doing better than you think. You are not lazy. Your mind may simply be tired, and tired minds do not need more pressure. They need rest. Rest if you need to. Start again when you are ready. Because you are still growing. You are still learning. And your story is not over yet. But sometimes, being tired is not the end of your story. Sometimes it is simply a sign that you have been trying for too long without giving yourself a break. You have survived days you thought you could never survive. You have handled problems that once felt impossible. Maybe you don't give yourself enough credit for that. You only remember the things you haven't achieved yet. But you forget how far you have already come. Think about the old version of you. The person you were 1 year ago, 2 years ago, or even a few months ago. You have learned things. You have changed. You have grown in ways you may not even notice. Growth is not always loud. Sometimes, growth is simply choosing peace instead of an argument. Sometimes, growth is walking away from something that constantly hurts you. Sometimes, growth is saying no without feeling guilty. And sometimes, growth is getting out of bed on a difficult day and trying again. You don't have to be perfect to make progress. You only need to keep moving, even if your steps are small. Some days, you will feel motivated. Other days, you will feel tired. Both days are part of life. Don't hate yourself for having a slow day. A slow day does not erase all the progress you have made. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to take breaks. The important thing is not how fast you reach your goals. The important thing is that you don't completely give up on yourself. So, if today feels difficult, make the goal smaller. Don't say, "I have to fix my whole life." Say, "I just need to get through today." Then say, "I just need to take the next step." Sometimes, the next step is all you need to think about. You don't need to know exactly where your life will be 5 years from now. You don't need to have every answer. You just need to take care of the person you are today. Give yourself the same kindness you would give to someone you love. If your friend told you they were tired, you probably wouldn't call them lazy. You would tell them to rest. So why are you so harsh with yourself? You deserve patience too. You deserve rest too. And you deserve a chance to start again without carrying the guilt of yesterday. Remember, your value is not measured by your productivity. You are more than your achievements. You are more than your mistakes. You are more than your bad days. You are a human being who is still learning how to live, grow, heal, and become better. So don't give up on yourself just because you are tired today. Rest, breathe, take your time, and when you are ready, begin again. Because sometimes the strongest thing you can do is not keep pushing. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is stop, rest, and choose yourself